Geno, I have something disgusting to show you, and it has nothing to do with bangs this time. Look at this, Geno. We have the one, the only peak Tommy Dreamer, or as I call it, vintage Tommy Dreamer. And Geno, this is what wrestling used to be. All this drama right now is so important with Tommy Dreamer because it really is generational. It is one generation against another. But unlike our conversations on here, it's not the older generation attacking the younger. Like on here, I come at you like the shit you watch is fake. You're why they call me the wrestling show. Look at how fake this shit is. Back when it was real, back when Stone Cold Steve Austin was chugging beers, no one would call me the wrestling show. It was just the show. That was just TV. But now, you kids though, on X, you younger generation, you hate the older generation. You hate the Attitude Era because you hear your whole life from people like me. It was the only time this shit was good. You missed out. You're retarded. And you lash out using the only tactics you know, allegations. Where's the NDA? What allegations? I thought allegations were like, this paperwork is suspicious. What is this payment, Vince McMahon? Jericho, what girl's signature is this? I thought we were just, canceling people over being proactive contractually. But no, Geno, now we're canceling people over fake wrestling spots. So this is back in the day, Geno. Geno, it didn't end with him and f***ing her, right? That was just a little moment to build heat. Here's a picture now, and this is what really started it all. So that other video was just to show you how good we had it. This photo is to show you how bad you have it. Geno, there's rapists. Look at this guy. He can't even help. He's helpless. He's watching Tommy Dreamer. This could be photo of the year. This is better than Justin Gaethje's backflip off the White House. Look at the look on the rapist's face over here. Oh God, can I get one of those cool pod awful cursors? Like a fucking Amazon Kids, tablet type of deal? Can I get it purple? Mine's purple, Geno, like your artwork. But look at the purple thing all over the wrist. And now look at the fucking bystander. Geno, and look at the victim. Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is sick. Work out if you're going to be a wrestler. What the fuck is all right, she's got a dick in her. She's got a dick in her stomach. And Geno, that's not the shape of a wrestler I want to watch win. She can lose. She can get spanked. So, all right, that's the photo. And she wrote, hold up, are we sharing our Tommy Dreamer stories? Sure. I met Tommy Dreamer back in 2022, and he's followed me around the whole night after. He loves me. I don't know. I saw him on an elevator. He was getting off. I was getting on. I said, oh, my God, you're a legend. I love you. And the doors closed. He caught us outside later, and we couldn't get rid of him. I think he was bowling next to us. But, Geno, great guy.
He really is. And I was right there with his last show here in center stage, and he literally made sure he high-fived every single person in the audience because he wanted to show that he loved being here in Georgia. He's a genuinely good human being that I don't understand why they're going with, because he did a wrestling spot that makes him look bad. Oh, we need to stop him. He needs to lose his job because of this for no reason.
It's your generation. It's your fault. It's you kids, the ones we shouldn't have let in. Protecting the business meant something. So look at the Twitter handle here. So at that Ken dog couldn't get in. That Ken dog. She's a girl. Let it go. They're all this stupid. Hold up. Are we sharing our Tommy Dreamer stories? Yeah, one time Raven was handcuffed to a cage and Tommy Dreamer hit him with a chair. It was crazy. What other stories? He pile drove Francine and her tit popped out. I mean, other than that, he had a cool theme song, but I don't even remember that. So Tommy Dreamer actually is just kind of like an amazing underdog story. A guy who looks nothing like a wrestler, but was inside, loved it so much. It was all about having grit. He got where he was, not with tangibles, but with grit. And Geno, we can't measure that like we can you. So anyways, this girl has a different story. Because one time I told him I really wanted to take a cane shot in a match. And he told me he doesn't do that to women. Well, that's sweet. Geno, you hear how evil Tommy Dreamer is? He won't beat women with canes.
Yes, that just shows just how much of a piece of shit he is, not wanting to get a woman involved in this hardcore match style that she wanted to be a part of one time.
That's crazy. This guy should be shot himself. Forget the cane. I wanted to take a cane shot, and he told me he doesn't do that to women. He's nothing like me. So instead, we did a spanking spot because women, am I right? Well, yeah, that's easier. Geno, easier. It is easier, and it fits Geno. And plus, he gets to grab a fat ass. Is that what she thinks? Does she think this guy is traveling the fucking country, working these disgusting shows with women wrestling in dirty laundry with unshaven legs, so he can feel them up as he touches the lower back, not even the ass? I mean, look, if she wants to be a peer, then pile drive him, power bomb him, suplex him, and hold him up like British Bulldog. You're not a fucking peer. So go out there and do the woman spot, because this guy would fucking melt you if he wanted to. On command. He would end you. But instead, he's just going to spank her, and it'll make us laugh because it's all fake.
Yeah, it's because he's a true professional. He understood what's going to get that heat, what's going to make him look like the bad guy. Still doing this spanking spot. She's going to get the rub and look strong. This isn't
a bad guy spot. You don't watch a girl get spanked and go, oh, you fucking laugh and point. God, you didn't see wrestling when it counted. So anyways, this is a comedic spot. The guy's hilarious. He's a legend. Tommy Dreamer isn't doing a heel run right now. The guy's like 52. He's a legend. He comes out to the generic ECW theme song. No one is booing him. It's wrestling. It ain't that fucking complicated. It's like Mersh. It's girl wave. It's one-dimensional. Don't try to find depth in this middle of nowhere fucking show where there's more commentators than fans. He's the fucking guy on the sign, not her. Get spanked. We loved it. Tough shit. And now we got to hear about it. What? How much time later? And some fucking 11-year-old on Twitter is going to get some guy canceled? Geno, do we use that word still? We were on Pod Awful. We don't use canceled anymore. So look, Geno, this is the photo to prove it, but this starts it. There's another one. Look what they did to us. Look, we beat them. We won. We're back. So here's the second one here. After I didn't see nothing. Danny Jordan said, I've been waiting for this. One time, Tommy. So look, they've been waiting. Geno, as if this is what? Chris Jericho? What's the last one that people were waiting for? I thought we got them all. But anyway, here's Danny Jordan. I've been waiting for this. One time, Tommy Dreamer insisted on doing a crotch grab spot to me. Now, Geno, just so you know, a crotch grab spot isn't actually one. It isn't actually grabbing the crotch. This stuff ain't real. It's a spot, yeah?
Yeah, it's a spot, and again, this could be just to get the reaction that he knows.
Well, no shit. That's what it is. The only person in this match, that is a tag match he's describing, that even knows what they're all doing is Tommy Dreamer. The only guy who knows why the fans are there. The only thing, they're all just dicking around without him. So open your fucking legs, and then it's 1, 2, 3. So look, he insisted on doing a crotch grab in a tag match he was a fill-in for. This had no place in our storyline. No one's following your storyline. We just saw if he's filling in for that match, that's the only match we're ever going to hear about or see. We don't know who you are. But he didn't care to ask. Wait, what? Oh, about the storyline. I did not want to do this. Hold on. Said how uncomfortable I was, but I'm just a woman, right? Right. Geno, you heard CM Punk. Remember that old CM Punk clip? It's making the rounds again, where they talk about the girl wrestler that they would just make wear a bikini, be a valet, and they only got her booked so they could use her car and put miles on her car, not theirs.
Yeah, we already know CM Punk is always going to be CM Punk, do his whole thing, make sure he gets what he wants. And Tommy Dreamer just is trying to be a professional. He understands what he's doing to get these butts, stay in their seats, and be excited.
We know what women are there for. At least my generation did. Geno, don't try to judge us. Don't try to my fellow me. We know your age. You're young. You're like 34. Look at this, Geno. Nick Hausman's back. Remember this guy? This is the guy that started the CM Punk meltdown that changed the industry, that changed the universe, as Jericho would say. This is the guy. This is a reporter. He rolls out of bed at 1 p.m. That's his words. That's how he wakes up. And he's going to chime in. What the fuck? Tommy Dreamer has been a problem for the pro wrestling industry for a while. How? A problem. He's the most normal guy I've ever seen or met or even wrestling. It's not like he starts wrestling and turns into the boogeyman. He doesn't turn on some character. He needs props to be something else. He wears ill-fitting clothes and loses. Geno, he's not a threat to anyone. And if he's a threat to you, you're in the wrong business.
Yeah, they just think because of him having longevity, him being a veteran, that some of that affects their fucking position in their job.
Shut the fuck up. How? All right, so who did he get fired?
No, and that's what I'm saying. That's what people would try to think. That's what these people
you're not
would
off
try.
because there's a referee who says something kind. Look, this is the best part. A guy tries to get involved, dude. Well, I guess that might come up later. I think I saved the guy for last because it's so fucking stupid. Look, let's go to him now. Perch. So we have girls making allegations, and I promise that's all of them. Because this isn't Louis C.K. There's not even like creepy stories. It's all stuff done in a ring in front of like 12 people because that's the crowd. All of it is in front of the crowd. They all loved it. No one complained or called the cops. Unlike when Rey Mysterio got thrown into the side of that trailer. That was real. So, Geno, back in my day, well, look, Perch, this guy that guesses a ref, this is the guy. He shows these pictures with this post, I guess, to say, hey, look how good I am at being a ref. I got a haircut. I don't even know. At least the bangs aren't there anymore. So look what he said. Tommy Dreamer pulled me aside backstage at a TNA show, telling me he would do everything he could to make sure I don't earn a job in wrestling. That can't be the whole story. What did you do? Who did you injure? Are you the reason British Bulldog broke his back? Did you not cover the trap door? Look, all I did was try to learn and grow from experiences, though his words were discouraging. So no one buys this. First of all, you're a guy. He didn't do a crotch spot. We don't care. We're here for the fucking. We're here for the sex. Second of all, who wants to be a ref anyway? Grow up. This is ridiculous. Maybe, Geno, I never grew up, so I still think I'm world champion. But as far as this story, we're hearing less than half. Tommy Dreamer's reasonable. Look, Geno, even Mickey James knows. So that's, all right, we have the two girls with no allegations at all, really. And then we have a guy just whining. So we're out of allegations. We're out of the offense. Do we even need the defense?
I think we still need to hear from those that understand, know Tommy Dreamer personally. This referee who was a student at the time, I think Tommy was just saying we need to get that fire on his ass to realize that this ref is going to make a name for himself.
It's not
Tommy
fair.
just knew what he had to say.
It's not fair. I have Hall of Famers on my side. You have Perch and Ian Drew Dice Clay. Here's another one on your side. Look at this. There's a hideous spot Dreamer used to do to... This is just a fan. This is nobody. But like he's one of these wrestling accounts that has a following, and look at this fucking tweet. There's a hideous, he quoted the girl who acted like she got raped and said, there's a hideous spot Dreamer used to do to Francine. That was so vile. Look what by the way, he's talking about a pile driver where her tit pops out, right? Or you see her panties because her dress goes down. Did I miss the anal? So that's what he's describing, but he doesn't even know what he's describing. Look what he says. I wouldn't even spot, it was so vile, I wouldn't even spot a gif of it. If it's this one, Dreamer, a slap. What does that mean? He doesn't even know what the spot is. Look, there's a hideous spot Dreamer used to do to Francine. He knows the two people in it. He can picture their faces, not their bodies or what they're doing. That was so vile, I wouldn't even spot a gif of it. If it's this one, Dreamer, a slap. What is this tweet? We are not the wrestling show. This guy's the wrestling show, Geno.
Yeah, this is the real wrestling fan that just tried to fucking cancel Tommy Dreamer for one spot from the 90s just to get a reaction. And this
No, shut up. Who gives a fuck what his point is? He doesn't even know the spot. And you're actually validating the tweet like it matters? No, it's not in play. We're not acting like this is going to have any outcome except what the fuck does it mean? Except why are you following this guy? It's like girl wave level. But Geno's like, hold on. The point he's trying, I don't care what it is. I get it. We're beyond that. Catch the fuck up. God, you're fucking useless. And then look at how useless this guy is. So these, again, we're out of allegations. But now here's someone else trying to pile on. We by the way, somebody tries to do a Jew spin on it. Oh, my God. So that, I don't know. Tommy Dreamer made the wrong guy mad. And now this is all they can get. It's all coming at him. This is the big stuff. Look at this guy. So this guy is saying... Other people claim these allegations don't sound like Tommy Dreamer. And this guy, I don't know who he is, says, I get it. People are complicated. But, and look what he says, once you publicly admit, and this is something Dreamer admitted, quote, I was seriously considering doing a murder-suicide on TV before Jim Ross called me, unquote. Maybe you can't be surprised by any story about a man. So this is obviously just a guy that was depressed. And Geno, having shared Kanye West, we all think about murdering you and ourselves. I thought about killing you. I love me more than you, and I thought about killing myself. We've all thought it, Geno. We've all sung it. We've lip-synced it. We've listened to it. And by the way, we're fucking human. So this guy's going through the lowest point of his life. Most importantly, he doesn't do a murder-suicide. Okay, can we clarify this? No murder-suicide, Geno. But here comes Trevor Dom, which must be a name, to act like he did it anyway. Geno, look, because look, Mickey James did defend him. And we're going to read it, I guess. I mean, we know what it is. Tommy Dreamer's awesome. There's no reason to believe anything otherwise out of any of this. If there's allegations with video like these or pictures that actually have something bad happening, I will be upset. But if it's wrestling, that might be worse. So yeah, Mickey James comes out against Perch and just says, look, I know Tommy Dreamer well. And if he said this, there's more to the story. It's what we said. No, who cares? Just know Mickey James is the greatest female wrestler of all time, and she slapped me a high five once. So we can trust her. We know what she's talking about. But look, Ian Dice Clay's back. Whatever his name is. Ian Dice Clay. Mickey, big fan, but what about this? I didn't even watch this. This might be shit. But what's important is we can get a grind started. Let's see. But I hope look, I wanted to have Tommy Dreamer literally ripping this girl's clothes off, screaming like a tribal chief with a kamaraka around his neck or whatever it's called. But it's just going to be Tommy Dreamer saying something reasonable.
What's any advice you have for a girl trying to make it?
The divas. You have to.
Geno, it's great already. So, all right, this looks like it's about 35 pounds ago at minimum. So, Geno, she said, any advice for the girls? And he said the divas.
And I think it's because it's a better word than when we called them valets. So I do think it was still an elevation of what he was used to back in the 90s, where they were just valets.
Well, Geno, we never called them that. Alundra Blaze wasn't a valet. She was a women's wrestler, a women's champion, not a divas champion. And then you wouldn't know history, but after that, it became then diva. Right.
It's a male-dominated sport.
Yes, it should be. Okay.
I would make sure.
So, Geno, we know that this is from a different time. Obviously, before your favorite Bianca Belair was popping out gremlins. Look.
I would make sure you are
yes.
the best at what you do again in the ring.
I want to second
your
that.
Pictures. It's also a cosmetic business.
And also, don't wrestle in slow motion anymore. We don't like when you do that. All right. We know it's easier, but it looks faker.
Whatever pictures you send, and I would tell this to a lot of our girls that I would hire. Until you become the most comfortable in that locker room, don't ever show up without makeup.
Oh,
there are some girls that I have seen without makeup, like, holy shit.
All right. Here's the thing, though, Geno. It's not the girls are the ones putting makeup on every day, and I hate it. I give opposite advice. I don't agree with the advice, but I agree with his experience. Geno, it's a business he knows. He's not saying do this in high school. Yeah, go to high school without makeup. Maybe even go on a date with Kevin without Joker makeup. But when you're in the wrestling business, you better get that nose red. And it's cosmetic, the pictures. And you think guys don't know all this too? They shouldn't be putting on makeup. Trick Williams, we don't need eyeliner. Okay. But yeah, the men know it's a cosmetic business too. And they know it's a body business. We don't have to hear Trick Williams in a few years, like Corey Jade, cry over, oh, the fans called me fat. Or the fans said lose weight. Or, well, it's interesting because every time I see a fan yell lose weight at one of these wrestlers and they cry, they usually actually end up losing weight and looking better. They end up listening to the fans and then still hating them. You're welcome, Jordan Grace.
Because you can have the owner of the company walk past and be like, who the fuck's this ugly bro? Oh, shit, it's you.
All right, look, Geno, he's using crass language, but if anything, we should promote him, not cancel him for that. That's called locker room talk, Geno, and that's why the women need to assimilate to us.
That's why you want to have your skills even better. Right now, women's wrestling is kind of...
And Geno, Becky Lynch knew that.
In WWE is kind of down.
Yeah. There is no threat here, and no one ever thought there was. Now, Geno, he comes from a place full of threats. Remember New Jack?
Sadly, it's a cosmetic business, so
I think there's an element here that he's being a little more blunt than usual, so they know not what to expect, but this is almost the worst you're going to hear. So when they hear it from people actually in power over them that actually control their career, it won't sound this bad, and they'll know what they mean. They'll be prepared. And ultimately, that's good advice. I mean, hey, let's Sandman talk. Let's see what he says. He's already canceled, though. So we had Mickie James come out, and we don't even need it. We love Tommy Dreamer. We're all in agreement. We don't even have to say it, but she did, and also someone else did. This ugly. Look, she even posted a picture. Geno, what? She needs bangs. What happened to Missy Hyatt? And I never saw her in her prime, so I know you didn't. So anyway, she came out to scare us and to defend Tommy Dreamer as well. Interactions have been great. But hasn't this girl been by everyone? Isn't that her thing? Like Tammy Sitch is like the light Missy Hyatt. Like how I'm little hip star. I'm baby hip star. I'm teen hip star. Missy Hyatt is like grandma Tammy Sitch. She's been with all of them, even Farouk, I bet. So, but she's still going to defend Tommy Dreamer because he asked before putting in the unlike Kevin. But look at the top reply. This is why I brought this up. This is where we'll leave it to because it always comes back to these fucks. Geno, have you seen this account, by the way? Look at this wrestling account. Ricky the Drag. I feel like it's fake. Look. Benjamin Netanyahu. Look at this cover photo. We got the Jewish star on like in flames. It's super badass. And then apparently these are wrestlers that are Jewish, which is making me really not want to be the wrestling show. So we have Netanyahu, former world champion. I think, what was that? CZW, Geno? Colt Cabana somehow gets like the middle spot. And Geno, that's the thing. This isn't about, except Netanyahu, this isn't about mid-card or main event. It's about the picture he could find. So that picture of Colt, of him posing like me, only looks good in the middle. So, Geno, this is this account. It's basically Brian Zane. His description is, bring WrestleMania to Tel Aviv. So, look, he says, so he replies to Missy Hyatt. Then look what he does. Look at the tweet. This is worse than the referee saying, Tommy Dreamer said I counted too slow. Look, this guy goes, I also heard some disparaging anti-Semitic remarks made. Didn't he spell all this wrong? I think this is a fake account. This can't be. Can we look at the account a little more? Come on, this can't be real. JD, okay, it's a lot of politics. Hold on. Oh, no, I see wrestling. Pope is underrated. Nothing Jewish here. Was Elijah Burke Jewish? Geno, it sounds it. All right. I don't know. It seems like it makes real. This doesn't seem real. But all right, look at the tweet. I heard some disparaging anti-Semitic remarks he made against Paul back in the day, Missy. Who's that? As a Jew, and you are one too, in brackets. You guys stick together, right? Remember, Geno, we're the goy, not them. We can't support such people in wrestling anymore. Geno, look, as a Jew, and you are one too, we can't support non-Jews in wrestling anymore. Wrestling is in a much better place now that the new generation, capital G, is more accepting of other creeds. See, Geno, it's generational. And there was a couple of these. I just sifted them out. Because it really was just people going, oh, everyone from that era should die. Everyone from that era is so, what? They don't even know the word crass. But whatever they would say for crass, they're all twinsies. I don't know how these kids talk. I'll talk to Pot Awful and figure out how the Blade fans converse. But this whole thing is just that. And Geno, pick a side already. I showed you Brian Christopher's tag partner versus Taka Michinoku on Heat. And now you know what good wrestling is.
I do. I'm learning what good wrestling is. That's why I'm always going to be on the side of Tommy Dreamer, a guy who didn't deserve losing his job. And all of a sudden, after he loses his job in TNA, all these allegations come, all these people come out of the woodwork, almost like they come into DMs, contact each other to find out, okay, this is who we got to attack now. Put everything we have on this guy just to try to make sure he doesn't get anything now because he was safe in TNA.
Oh, damn it, Geno. It's all been tarnished again, but we're too mature for it now. This ain't Twitter anymore, Geno. It's X. And guys like Tommy Dreamer trend, and they get celebrated and elevated for it and protected. X is a castle. It's not what Twitter used to be, and Tommy Dreamer is going to be safe.
Why did Sammy want to rape Sasha Banks? Why did Sammy want to rape Sasha Banks? Why did Sammy want to rape Sasha Banks? They think they got the best of me, but no, they motherfucking didn't. They think they got the best of me, but they didn't. No. They think they got the best of me, but they didn't. Yo, it's a whole fucking show with Scampoli. Yeah, no he didn't. It's a whole fucking show with Scampoli. Yeah, no he didn't.